In this field or in this perspective of German New Medicine, where have you seen in your practice is the most effective area? So like for me, I'm always just trying to see what works and then just trying to see what things are most effective, even with conventional medicine. Like if I were to break my arm, I'd go to the nearest, Kaiser or whatever and just wrap it up and have them take care of that. So I'm always just trying not to be biased and just trying to see where can these tools best work. And where have you seen in your experience and practice that this perspective is like killer, it's spot on?
Well, I mean, it's spot on for everything as far as health symptoms go. And so the most important thing is to learn the map for yourself. You need this knowledge with you. You know what I mean? Like to outsource and to kind of go to someone else to find it out after the fact is one thing, but to know in your bones that when you're sneezing, coughing, barfing, having, blood in the toilet, it's like, oh, I know exactly why this has happened. There's nothing that can beat that. There's nothing that can beat the calm confidence that comes with knowing how your own body works. And so that's what I encourage people all the time. I teach a weekly class called Language of Adaptation, and it's all about you learning how your body works. So if your hair starts falling off, oh, I had a separation conflict. Like I know exactly where to go. Even if I can't identify it yet, I at least know where it is on the map and what I can do to start like looking into it. So that's the first thing is learning the biological map. The next thing, what I use with the people that I work with is awareness. Like you have to develop the ability to pay attention to how you react to things. Because if it goes by unnoticed, most people can't see the connections because they're so immersed in their moment-to-moment experience. They're not observing themselves. They're not paying attention. And so that's what I do is I teach another course called Awareness School, which is all about developing this muscle, this ability to see yourself as you're reacting to life so that you can notice, wow, someone who recently took Awareness School expressed that, she didn't realize, she was aware of like the concept of like the self-devaluation conflict, but until she did Awareness School and kind of going through this awareness challenge that we do, she was able to see I'm devaluing myself all day long. And she didn't even know it. She didn't even realize until she did the awareness work, I'm constantly devaluing myself all of the time. And so it's so important to be able to see that, to connect that dot so that now with the map, you can see, okay, this is what the map says about what this conflict is. This is what's going on inside of me. So I can see when I want to push someone away, when I'm like, I just need to get away from this person or they need to get away from me. And you can see the relationship to, I wish I never had to deal with you, and the eczema or the psoriasis that's on your elbow. You're like, oh, I can see why it shows up on the outside of my elbow because I want to push. I just want to elbow life. Or if it's on the inside of your elbow, if you're always like missing someone and you're like, oh, I just want to hold you and hug you and I miss you so much and I just want that contact. You're like, oh, I'm having that compulsive thought about wanting to hold you. And oh, that's the inside of the elbow because the inside is about holding. The outside is about pushing away. And it's like, the symbolism of where it shows up on the body, paying attention to these micro reactions that normally you're just not even seeing. But when you can pull that thread and make that connection, you're like, oh, I see how this is continuing in my life. I need to find a solution because the thought or the thread that lead you to what the conflict is really about. So the people, you don't need to be afraid of your thoughts. Your thoughts are simply a reflection of the unresolved conflict. You use the thoughts as a thread that you pull to get to, I need to, quit my job and move back with my partner because I just miss them so much. That's what's causing this rash. Or I need to leave this job and, because this is what's causing this. I need to separate from this person. That's why I keep having this problem. And so figure out what it's about, and then you enact a solution. That's how you practically kind of bring this into your life and make it usable.
Wow, this is like real preventative medicine. And like you gotta know it before then to actually really prevent literally anything from happening because you can re-traumatize yourself essentially, right?
Yeah.
If you believe more constructive information like this should be out there for people to know, please leave a like on this video. And if you're a person who's into self-development in all aspects of their life, please subscribe because that is what we do here at Good Demand. Keep demanding good things. And if you haven't bought a pair of our Good Night Blue Blockers and you use a phone at night or an iPad or TV at night, please consider buying a pair of these. They're beautiful and they work so well and they help support our growth.